Welcome to the cajondude.com video lesson on how to play a rock beat on the cajon. Firstly, I'm using Murray Huleff's book, Today's Sounds for Drum Set. It's a great book. I highly recommend buying it. I've been using this book to teach my drum set students for years now. So let's get started. I'm going to be referring to music as we go along, so I think it's best that we learn a little bit of how to read it. As you can see in this picture, the bass drum, or sometimes referred to as BD, is notated on the bottom space. On the cajon, we play the bass drum with our right heel, like this. The snare drum, or SD notation, is written on the third space. On the cajon, we play the snare drum with our left hand, usually like this. The hi-hat, or HH notation, is written using an X on top of the staff. On the cajon, we play the hi-hat part with our right hand, like this. So let's get started with line 1. As you can see, we have 4 hi-hats in a bar, and the percent sign in the next bar means that we repeat. So I count myself in 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I play the pattern written. You will notice that I'm going to be playing each pattern twice. Once with just the 2 bars, and then again from a different angle repeated.
1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, three, four.
With line 2, we see that the bass drum has been added on the bottom line on beats 1 and beats 3. Again, the percent sign in the next bar means that we repeat. It sounds like this.
1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, three, four.
With line 3, the snare drum has now been included on the third space, and it has been played on beats 2 and beats 4, and that is again repeated. Line 3 is played like this.
1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, three, four.
Now line 4 is where we have all 3 parts happening at the same time. Basically a combination of lines 2 and line 3. It takes a little bit of coordination to get this, but you'll get it. It sounds like this.
1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, three, four.
Have a look at this. Now there are 8 hi-hats played in the bar. And you can see on top that it says 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. We call these eighth notes as you can fit 8 of them in a 4-beat measure. So one of them by itself would take up an eighth of the bar. It's pretty easy to play. I try to give the hi-hats that land on the beat a little bit of an accent, like this.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Now in line 6 we play the eighth notes on the hi-hat, but now we add the bass drum on beats 1 and beat 3. It's a lot like line 2, isn't it?
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Now we do the hi-hat 8s and add the snare drum on beats 2 and beats 4, like this.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
In line 8 we put it all together again. It can take a while to get everything coordinated here. Don't get frustrated. Just slow down and work at it. If you get this right away, I'm impressed. Here's what it sounds like.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Now here's where things get a little more complicated. Line 9 is the classic standard rock beat. Many of my drum set students don't get this one right away. Now if you compare line 8 and line 9, you will see that they are very similar. Only line 9 has a few extra bass drums in it. The extra bass drums are always played off the beat right after the snare drum has been played, on the end of 2 and on the end of 4, like this.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Now our last line for this video lesson is much easier than the last line. This beat is often referred to as the "We Will Rock You" beat. It's pretty fun to play. It sounds like this.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, that's it. You should now be able to play at least a couple of rock beats on the cajon. Thanks for watching the cajondude.com video lesson on how to play a rock beat on the cajon. Stay tuned for more of the cajondude.com's video lesson.